Hey everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 YouTube video. I did want to give a quick shout out before we continue on with this video, but we recently hit 500 subscribers on this channel, and I wanted to give a big thank you to all my subscribers who continue to support me but also follow me. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see more of the future content. It is almost 2024, so who knows what will, be in store for us next year. But I hope you all had a wonderful holiday on Monday or whenever you celebrate. I know I certainly did have a good time on Monday. So now we're back to our regular scheduled mod reviews, but today we have a bit of a special video. We have a mod tutorial and download. I don't think I've covered this mod on my channel before, but it is the First Love mod by Little Miss Sam. Basically, this mod allows for your child Sims to have kind of like their first crush and kind of like their first like romantic relationship within the Sims. It's all cute and very, cool for the Sims to have a little bit more gameplay with child Sims in game. So we're going to check out that mod today, but also kind of go through a quick tutorial on how to download it. I'll make sure to put timestamps, so if you don't want to watch, the actual download process, you could just cut to the actual review of the mod, but it can be a little confusing sometimes to download mods. So we will look at, again, the tutorial on how to download it and then a mod review. So hopefully you guys enjoy today's video. But with that being said, let's get into this video. All right, so here is the mod website page. It is literally Little Miss Sam's. I'll link it down below, but it goes through a bit of a description of what the mod actually is. So here it goes through the actual description of what the mod is. So this is, again, just a little mod. It's not like your Sims can have too many romantic interactions. It just allows for your Sims to have like a first crush. They're able to exchange numbers. They can visit their crush if you have social activities in your game. I actually did download that in today's video so that we can check out some of the other stuff within that mod as well. A lot of her mods coincide. So if you have a lot of her mods, they actually, kind of intertwine with each other, which is cool because you get some more, interactions throughout all of her mods. So definitely she is a must-have when it comes to The Sims 4, but you're able to like call or text them. It's basically just, it's kind of like your middle school relationships in real life. You just kind of, hang out as friends, but you just have that title of boyfriend or girlfriend. So it's kind of awkward, but it's kind of cute. Your Sims are able to kind of, have their own little crush and stuff like that. Here are some of the optional add-ons. It's very important to look at these add-ons with Little Miss Sam. She has a lot of mods that have like optional add-ons, obviously, and things that you need to look through in order to make the mod work. So here are a couple of the add-ons. This is a hide interaction. So it's an add-on which hides the mod settings, like the likes interaction behind the shift click in game. I personally don't really like to hide the interactions. I like to see them just because if there's something going on within your game, you probably want an easier way to do it. But if you don't want to see them, you can keep that in the mod folder. There are also two different relationship progresses. So this is very important because you can only install one. If you install both of them, it's not going to work. So if you want to download the 2 times faster one where it makes the crush relationship progress like 2 times faster, then you can download this one and delete 4 times. But if you want it a little faster, because I know like those middle school relationships, they progress really fast, but they also degress really fast too. So you can click 4 times faster on those. Make sure to delete the 2 times. The hide interactions is fine with either of the relationship progress. So if you wanted to, hide those interactions, you can. And then these are the languages that it's available in. What I will say is make sure that if you are using a certain language in your game, that it is all the same language in your game. I've downloaded some mods before that have a different translation and it won't let you open up the game because it's not registering that language with your Sims 4 game, if that makes sense. So just make sure you download the correct language for your game, and it also gives out the different creators who have translated that mod for Little Miss Sam. So Little Miss Sam has a couple different download options, but here you can download the files here, and they're either on CurseForge or her own website. And personally, I like to download them through CurseForge. I click on all my mods and it'll bring you to this page right here. Now, these are with the latest patch of 1.103. Now, we could have gotten another patch. I don't think so. From what I've heard, we are still with that patch. And then because it's a gameplay mod, you can literally just search up First Love and it'll pop up right here. And it even gives you a little update notes of what they fixed and a little description of what the mod is. Now, I personally download it through the Google Drive, but you can download it through CurseForge. I'll actually download it through CurseForge because I know there's a lot more people that use CurseForge than downloading it through Google. But it works the same way. You just hit the download button. If you have the CurseForge app, then it will go directly into your Sims 4 file. And I do have the app, just sometimes it's a little easier for me to download it through this website. So next, we're going to open up the zip file. But before I do that, I'm going to switch it to where you guys can actually see it in full and not this little bar right here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this, but on the left to me right here is obviously my download folder, and then on the right to me is my mod folder. So personally, I always keep these 3 mods in my game just because they literally go with every other mod, but it's the XML injector is required for most mods. I don't think it's required for this one. A lot of Little Miss Sam's mod work on their own. I also have UI Cheats extension and then MC Command Center because those two I literally cannot play without. I did say that we also added social activities just for that one option so that I can show it in the mod review. But what you're going to do is double click on that zip file. Make sure you open it. I use BreezeZip, but you're able to use WinRAR or whatever is acceptable for your computer. I used to play on Mac, and when I played on Mac, I used something called like a RAR, an archiver, like RAR something, and that worked fine. This is for free, so if you want to download it on your Windows, that, you know, it works just as good as any other, you know, zip extractor. But I'm going to hit extract, and then it'll open up the actual file that we need to move over. So I'm just going to exit out of these few things. And as I was saying here, you need to pick one or the other. Please do not have both in your folder because it's not going to work. Make sure to keep this package file and the script file. That is very important, and make sure that they're together as well. But I'm going to go ahead and delete this hide interaction just because personally I don't like it in my game, but if you want it in there, you can. For mod purposes, I think I'm just going to keep the 4 times faster because I feel like, again, if you're going to imitate those middle school relationships, you might as well have it be a little bit realistic. And then I'm going to hit this download page and move this file over, and you're able to delete this file because you don't really need it anymore, because your file will stay within your mod folder. And now when you go into your mod folder, it should be there. So we're going to exit out of this and go into game. Now that we're in game, what we're going to do to check if the mod was installed properly is go to options and then go to game options. If you followed my tutorials before, you know what we're doing. We're going to go down to other and then view custom content. Now, I personally have mine off at the startup because if you have it off, it actually loads your Sims 4 game faster if you have a lot of mods and custom content, because it's not having to pull up all the content and mods that you have in your game. So now we can see that the First Love is downloaded. Also, the add-on is downloaded as well. And we have social activities as well right here. And you can see the other mods I have. Now, it's very important that the mod pops up on script and your custom content as well. So now we have the script file in here and we are ready to go in game. Okay, if you watched my last video, you know where we're at. I decided to bring one of the kids into this world, and that's Elaine. And today we're going to be looking at, again, the First Love mod. So I think the perfect place for her to find her first crush is the park. So we're going to travel to the park. We're going to take just Elaine with us because that's all I need is Elaine for this video. I don't need the parents. I just need the kid. So instead of going to Magnolia Blossom, I took her to Oasis Springs just because I feel like they kind of have a better park than Magnolia. We should be able to find a kid at this park so that we can test this mod. Whose kid is this? I figured it was the Tinkers. I think they're Evergreen base. I think they're the family in Evergreen. Oh, Jace Laurent. Laurent's got that. Their family's got a big house. Do we get her a boyfriend for money or a boyfriend because she has a crush on him? The family could benefit in the future. I just need them to introduce themselves, but they're currently playing spaceships. But basically, you want them to kind of build up their friend level first. So just have them talk about a bunch of different things. You can even ask them to like cloud gaze, which tends to get their friendship levels built by a lot with like AnySim. If you need them to get friend points easily, just have them cloud gaze or stargaze. Okay, so update. Jace left to go, I don't know where. I think we can still pursue Jace for Elaine. We'll just have to bring him back. But I mean, the good news is we made a lot of progress. They're now acquaintances. So after all that time spent, they're acquaintances. I think the only thing that we could do is maybe show up at his house. It's only 7 p.m. We can invite him back to the current lot because I am determined to get to the first love thing. All right, Jace has made a comeback. I'll just have them play. Okay, so I may or may not have cheated it, but I don't think that matters. Basically, once your Sims get 75 friend points, you'll have this window pop up called First Love, and you can reveal crush to them. And from there, they will basically decide whether they like them or not. So at least they have like a good sentiment as well. She's revealing the crush to him. And it seems like they both like each other. So I'm not sure. The next step, obviously, okay, you can now exchange numbers or hug them. We'll exchange numbers. So there's not a whole lot of romantic options within this, obviously, because they are still children. It's just that cute little like first love, like those middle school, elementary relationships. You can exchange those numbers and then you'll be able to call them and chat with them, kind of like how you can do like with your teen and like young adult Sims. You can also like stargaze, but that's with anything. You can now hug them to like under that first love category, but seems like she's pretty happy. She's got that call me maybe. That's a great song and also a great buff. So they exchange their numbers and they have, she has also a confidence boost from that first crush of because is near crush. And it says, I get a weird feeling in my stomach when I'm near my crush. I believe now you can have that ability to like chat with them and then send a text. But because they're right next to each other, obviously they're not going to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much, you can do a bunch of things. Monkey around is like literally when they just like tease each other. But it is really cute mod to add into your game, and it kind of makes your Sims like child's life a little bit more exciting because you can have that storyline with, if they have a first crush, maybe, childhood besties to lovers one day, who knows? But that's pretty much the mod like gameplay of it. They can also become best friends, but that's in The Sims 4 already. But these are your options and stuff like that. It just kind of gives that romantic little panel for you to, have a little bit more gameplay and stuff like that. I do want to send her back home to show you another thing. So we'll go back home. All right. Well, the other thing that you can do as well is that we had the social activities. So you can open up this one. I believe it's under social activities, but you can visit Crush. And I've talked about this one a few times, but we didn't have that. But it's a rabbit hole. So it's not like you go out and have them like do something. So if I were to hit that, you would hit the crush who your kid has a crush on and hit OK, and they will go off to that rabbit hole. So that's what I was saying about the mods being like interchangeable, like intertwinable, is that if you download First Love and social activities, you get some more options with the two of them. So, okay, to be fair, it is 2 a.m. in the morning, but she is back and she got a little buff from had a great time spending time with your crush wherever they went. And Vlad is going to break into my house. Oh, wait, never mind. I'll just have Elaine talk to him. Hopefully he'll leave. Maybe he'll be nice to a child. He's normally not nice at all. But anyways, that's pretty much it to the mod. It's a little mod, but it's still very cute to have in your game, especially if you are a family game player like myself and you have a lot of kids in your house. You can have them have their own storylines as well. But I will end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I certainly did enjoy making this one. I feel like a lot of Little Miss Sam mods are just like a must-have in game. And even though this one's small, it still adds a lot into your game. And another thing that I was thinking about was I recently did a mod review on the Go to School mod by Zerbu, and it's basically like you can take your kids to elementary school. This would probably be like a perfect mod for that to go with it as well. You could probably have your Sims have multiple crushes or just one, whatever storyline you want to have within your game is completely up to you. But hopefully this video helped you figure out how to download the mod, but also see if you want this mod into your game. So if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to hit that like button and comment your favorite part about this mod review, and make sure to turn those notifications on so you never miss another YouTube video like this. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I also did want to give another shout out for hitting 500 subscribers. Thank you all so much for your support and just your kindness throughout this journey. It certainly has been very interesting. I've had a lot of fun doing it, so I'm very excited to see what comes for next year. But again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions of what mods you want to see in the future, make sure to comment down below and I will get get to them and make the mod reviews or tutorials. But again, I will see you all on Friday.